And this reading is for today, which is November 11th. It's 11/11. Happy 11/11, everybody. It's very interesting that I'm doing this reading today. So, getting back to it, I've laid the spread out mostly, I feel. And there might be a minute that I have to go get another deck, actually. We'll get started. The reading today started out with the Two of Swords. And I'm like, well, what am I choosing? What am I deciding? I don't know anything really before me that I have to choose other than where am I going to go hiking. So I asked. And what I got from Spirit was this adorable Page of Cups. This Page of Cups, I love this deck. It's new. I get my decks a lot off of not GoFundMe. I'll think of it. But this is the Aya Tarot deck and guidebook, the Enchanted Edition, and Kickstarter. I get my cards on Kickstarter. But this little cute Page of Cups is so cute. It's such a curious card. I mean, for one, it looks like fish can fly. And for two, it looks like you catch fish with a cup. And for three, this little boy is about to catch a flying fish in his cup. But he's in the clouds that sit just over the water. Such a curious card. Followed by the 10 of Cups here, which is such a joyful card. But it's also 10. It's also a closing out of a cycle. Yeah, how do we know more so? The Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune in this deck is just beautiful. You know that whatever's happening is radiant, radiant, radiant light. So that did not help me much. I'm like, okay, so choose my joyful, curious life. Well, kind of, yes. So then when I realized something's coming to an ending here, the 10 of Swords. Spirit, what is the 10 of Swords? What is the 10 of Swords? And what I got under the 10 of Swords . I have the 10 of Swords later. The 10 of Cups here. Was the King of Cups. And then I'm looking at that thinking, wow, this curiosity to being joyful is moving on up, moving all the way on up. I mean, he is sitting in the clouds and he is sitting on top of the clouds. This little guy is in the clouds, curious as can be, and that doesn't go away 4:20 on the clock. This king, he sits on it. He's no longer fishing. He's no longer fishing. His cup is full. It's shining. It's glowing. The light is reflecting on his chalice there beautifully, and through the water, like, it's a beautiful card. And on here we don't have that. You can tell that it's maybe it's twilight or maybe it's sunrise. I think it feels more twilight, whereas this feels more sunset. See the difference in the water there? And it could just be because I live west, so my ocean is on the west and the sun sets in the west, and so this is kind of the image that you get in the morning and in the evening, or the dawn, the curiosity, and the evening, the mystery and or the knowing, the end of the day. So the King of Cups kind of didn't help me out a whole bunch, right? mastering your emotions. And so I said, okay, the Wheel of Fortune, then what is changing? And I got the Temperance card. And that would be a huge change. We've got a major arcana next to a major, and this major arcana of all this light. See how she's walking on water? She is so light, she is walking on water. Only 1 foot in, always. Always only 1 foot in. That. So when this King of Cups elevates himself through curiosity and joy and mastery of those emotions, we then got confirmed by how the Wheel of Fortune really took a turn. I said, okay, what's being tempered? Because this doesn't, the mind, the King of Swords. The King of Swords is being tempered, which is such an important thing, right? Look at how this bird looks like these wings. No longer is your mind going to be stronger than your emotional state. You're going to temper your mind and your emotions and your mind. Leaving it, he's on the dock. He's not solidly on the ground. That would be the King of Pentacles. He's on the dock. He's still above the water, but he's solid above the water. He is just on the water, trusting the clouds and water, right? He doesn't quite trust that yet. He still needs that confirmation. But being that even this king right here always was curious about his happiness, always being curious. He was always staying within the realm of that curious Page of Cups. He sits in water, and I don't mean man. Every tarot reader has to point this out. Okay, we're smarter than this. The masculine energy within you that decides. This is now going to be a masculine mind, a masculine idea, a masculine moment of thought, a masculine mistake, a masculine decision, or an entire lifetime of masculine, highest form, thought, has been curious to what truly makes him happy. Well, the time is now. The decision is now. I could be talking to people that are my age, middle-aged. And the reason I say that is because you don't get to this point and tell them. You could have lived a very happy, healthy, abundant life. I know I mostly did. But there's a soul level, there's this mastery level of yourself that you haven't tied to, you haven't met, it hasn't come to you, it hasn't been exposed. That time is coming. The time is coming now. You will know, because you will literally feel this light, so evenly, balancedly tempered that you walk on water. And I said, okay, well, what does this temperance come to us as? And I got the 2 celebration cards. I got the 3 of Cups. This is a celebration of friendship, family, past, present, future, mother, maiden, crone, son, father, grandpa. I actually don't know what the old. This is a celebration of it all, okay, as it comes together. Followed by the 6 of Wands. The celebration that you have for yourself that comes out through people believing in you, celebrating you, understanding you, so that you can ride in on your horse confident, trusted, known for a long time. There's trust in this, okay? So when your two kings said, always, I know what's mine, when you decide that that's truly a path that's working for you, you'll feel like this. You'll feel like this. Whether you're alone, whether you're not, you will feel like this. And I said, okay, how do we get there? How do we get there, Spirit? How do we get to fully trusting that we're even worthy of this? Let alone this and this too. And I got my favorite card of the deck, and the reason I started recording, it's not my favorite card of the deck always, it is today. Seven of Swords. This card speaks so many ways to me. And this way it speaks one of my favorite ways. It says, when you have this, when you have this, when you feel this, when you are here, when you're here, take it and run with it. It is yours. It is yours. Decide that it's yours. All of it. Run with it. Take it and run with it. This is absolutely beautiful. So then I got curious. I love tarot. Then I got curious and I was like, okay, that actually makes all the sense in the world. Spirit, I've actually been doing that. So Spirit, what changed? And this card had flipped over in my shuffle before I thought of the question. What changed? I'm finally looking at the hand that's offering me something. I've been perfectly fine with my 4 cups the whole time. I've been curious. I've wanted something. But I didn't know what. What it was to be celebrated. What it was is to know that I'm enough. I'm worth celebrating. And I saw the hand. Now he's looking at it. You see, in this card, so often they are not paying attention to that gift coming in. They're looking at their 3 spilt cups or 4 spilt cups or however it's appearing. You know, they might even be full. And not paying attention to the hand bringing in the gift. But in this one, he's finally ready. He is finally ready. And I said, okay, well, what's the foundation of this 4 of Cups? Why would I have chosen to stay in that 4 of Cups for so long? Because it brought you everything. It brought you everything you needed to get to where you are. Look at that, Empress and 10 of coins. No wonder you didn't see that hand for so long. No wonder you didn't see that hand for so long. Why? It took it to become too much to put into my mind. When my mind only became this, I lost this. That's not a life. Spirit wants more from us. We want more from us. So for instance, I was at my last job for 20 years. I owned it. I had to sell it. I had to completely change my life. It was always enough. Until one day, it wasn't. So when that day came, I no longer felt like this, and I no longer had this. I was here. And I had to build enough confidence. Like, look at this. Because then I said, okay, well, what finally weighed down? What finally weighed down? And I got this in reverse. I got the Ten of Swords in reverse. That is healed. That's the end of that mental. I mean, we have the 2, the 8, the King, the 7, and the 10 of Swords. We have healed the toughest aspects of our mind. There's a few more, but I mean, I don't need to say, can I get every single struggling mental card so that I can end up in an institution? No. Decisions. But your decisions still have to get through these. What is the loss is? God, look at that card. Wow. And it gets stuck in our head. It starts to affect our value and our worth and what we care about when we are needing to heal something. And it's beautiful because if you take the 10 of Swords, the 2 of Swords, which is the very beginning, the 8 of Swords, control, this, you've earned this. This knows what's his and is no longer willing to give it away. It's curiosity. It's curiosity. She's still looking up and away. She's not depressed. She's almost deeply listening. She can't see. She's not bound. She only cannot see. You can't see it. You think it. So, Spirit, what is wounded? What was wounded? What is the 10 of Swords? And the 10 of Swords that was wounded was a beautiful Queen of Cups. You were. The Queen of Cups right now says, this is the I love myself, I love myself, I love myself card. This one is I love more than myself, I love more than myself, I love more than myself. You healed your self-love. Spirit, then, what's on the other side of the wheel? Because you gave me one hell of a reading. Justice. Just like the 2. Your choices will determine your justice. Your justice is to be able to remain playful, loved, adored, abundant, powerful. We have the Empress. The Empress came. We have the Empress out here. This Empress is returning from that wounded Queen of Cups, upgraded almost into Temperance and or Justice. But balanced, look at that fucking King. All because you said, I I am, and you took it. On the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Cups. So this is going to open up a lot of options for you. This all comes down to you knowing that all options are your options. And you can always choose your option. Now you know which way to choose. Once you see that option open up, I love this. Once you see that option open up, it's yours. It is your option at that point because you have the temperance to see it through, Look at this. To see it through. Look at this, to see it through. To see it through. To see it through. To see it through. I love the Justice card because she's just like right in the middle of the deck. Right in the middle, number 11. It's 22. Sorry, there's 21 cards in the Major Arcana. Sometimes there's 22. I do have one. There's, decks are decks. The options that we just spoke about. Look at what you did. Look at what you've agonized through to get there. 9 of Wands. You've done all the work for this. Something's coming next. You're not done. Look. Is that 9 of Swords? You wanted this for a while. You wanted this for a while. You had to heal a lot. You had to heal a lot. You got out of your head. You opened your mind. You opened your mind. Oh, I can see why people do this. I love it. To the curiosity. Why am I not happy? And it was all part of your fate. You're changing that now. Or you can. I can't lie. Look at what that does. You now have the Emperor and the Empress. There's the Emperor. What does this balance, what does this Justice want? Let's see what that was. It wants curiosity still. It wants a little bit more stable curiosity or something. That was a Knight of Coins, and I don't feel like it's the card I was looking for. I'm going to ask one more time. Spirit, what is the balance? What does the balance look like? We have the Emperor and the Empress. We have the Justice card. We have the Two of Swords. We have a lot of cards of balance out here. We have the Wheel of Fortune. What is balancing? What is balancing? Is it that Queen of Cups? Is it just that Queen of Cups? What is balancing? What is balancing? What is the Justice card? What is the Temperance? This card's all about balance. I'm not fucking joking. It's all about balance. In your emotions. Forgiveness. It's about making one of all your split. Oh my God. All your black and whites, all your separation, all your they, thems, all your he, she's, all the times. This is making amends. This is making amends. This is like almost a complete relationship. This has to do, I think this has to do with relationships with yourself and with other. There is so many cups out here. There is so much cups out here. There's There's a lot of swords. But the cups to me are more easy to relate to relationships. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm going to take out the majors because I don't know how to count them. Like, I want to look into the next two. Major. Forgot what I was doing there for a minute. I'm going to put, no, I don't need to do that. Major. In our major arcana, we only have cards that I'm missing. No. We have the Emperor and the Empress. Let's just put those together, okay? Because that is definitely the head of the castle. Grounded by, like, literally, even though they're lower than all of these other cards. Temperance, Justice, and Fate. I mean, you can't, oh my God. The balance. The balance. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 swords. 1 wand and 1 coin. And the beautiful thing about, you have to celebrate yourself too. This is all about relationships. These ones are the ones at the bottom of the deck. That's so crazy. And but the truth of it is it's not. The first 2 cards to come out was curiosity and joy. You've always welcomed everyone into your life in some sort of fashion, whether it has been well-intended or not. And you've allowed people and yourself to hurt you because of those decisions. So is the 2 of coins. That's weird. Because you've let people into your most sacred of space, whether that's your mind, whether that's your friendship, whether that's your sexuality, whether that's your codependent behavior, whatever it is, you've always let everyone in. You didn't eye protect, and it wounded the side that nurtures you. Some of it could have been from what people say. Some of it could have been actions people took. Some of it could have been when you let yourself down. Some of it could have been from when you didn't feel good enough. Not like I have a stomach ache, but it could be health related, but I'm not a doctor, so don't do that. But not feeling enough. Okay? I am not enough. And you are very, very much enough. I'd actually be scared if we had the Magician card out on this. Or even the High Priestess or the Hierophant, but we don't have that out here. We have absolute perfect human balance. See, these two are human. When you start to talk of the Hierophant and the High Priestess, you're going above yourself, but you are not. You are not with these two cards. With these two cards, you are on the ground stable. On the ground stable. Your intuition and your boldness to carry on is fierce. And it is fiercely balanced when you... I love that. I've never seen the Six of Cups in such a way. It's absolute forgiveness. See, and it's got that little itty bitty tiny kid child, Emperor and Empress in it. See the little Emperor and Empress in there? They all growed up. They all growed up. And this shit happened. All this shit happened. And it wounded you. And you're healing that. You're healing that wound. You're healing that wound. You're giving it justice. I absolutely love this reading. I absolutely love this reading. I don't know if there's anything, is there anything more you want to say, Spirit? I'm really excited right now. I see a pause button and look. The Ace of Cups with a dove. I'm not going to say that there's a relationship coming in. We don't have the Two of Cups on the table. We have the Three. Or the Six, I mean. We have the Three too. I don't think necessarily anything new is coming in except for the way that you feel about your life. Through forgiveness. This forgiveness is so huge. And you always have to forgive. I'm going to tell you a story that happened to me the other day. I spent a lot of time at, oh, that's not that way. Sorry, everybody. My goodness. Let's just do that and leave it alone. We'll call it good enough, right? Just like our cards say. And I did not have an easy time voting this year because I am brand new to my state. And so I had to come down with a week that I had and register to vote. And then I didn't have the proper ID. True. My ID is from another state. And so I had to take in my birth certificate. I was there a lot. But the first time I was there, I was driving to the voting place, saddened, concerned, overwhelmed. Eight of Swords, straight up Eight of Swords over my teeth. I couldn't get it out of my head. And when I showed her my ID, and she goes, oh, it's a Utah ID. And we got to the end and she wanted to make sure it was me. She said, you look different. It's your teeth. She didn't say it's your smile. She said it's my teeth. And I had to go over and wait for my poll to be printed. And as I stood there, I really almost thought I was going to be like detained in some way, because I wasn't shaking. I was rocking back and forth, saying, I forgive. 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 Until all I felt was forgiveness. And I got my pull printed, and I went home. And that started a whole new ballgame that has nothing to do with this, so I'm not going to go into it. That forgiveness changed everything, because the next night I went out and I was overwhelmed with how many people said, I love your smile. Your smile changes everything. And it made me realize, I don't know what she meant. My teeth have changed. My gap's in the wrong place. I've got cavities. I need to go to a dentist. I don't have a whole bunch of funds right now. I've been really stressed out. I've been in 10 of Swords for years. But since then, since that moment of forgiveness, even when I went back to the voting polls, because I had to do that over and over and over again, as I was leaving and being thanked to vote, the man that had been sitting at the table the whole time but never heard a conversation because it's a private experience, as I was leaving, he said, you have a stunning smile. So to this day, I don't know what that lady meant, but something tells me she didn't mean, I don't like your smile. That is all I have today for a reading. I have never recorded a reading before. I am going to go ahead and throw this on my Facebook. I guess on 18 and up, because I was smoking. But I need to do things my way. And you need to do things your way. This is how you should feel all the time. And you're going to get this 6 through this 6. And all of the other 6s. All of them. I'm not going to go into that today. We can learn tarot as we go. Or you may know, because you know tarot. I hope that your day is as radiant as what I hear my smile is. Bye.